What if the past isn't just history, but a warning for the future? Imagine towering waves, hundreds of feet high, crashing onto the land, swallowing entire cities in mere moments. The sky darkens into an endless storm as relentless winds howl and lightning splits the heavens. Humanity, powerless against the chaos, scrambles for survival, watching in horror as civilization is washed away. This is the Great Flood, an event recorded in countless ancient texts from the Sumerians to the Bible. But was it truly just a natural disaster? Or was it something far more deliberate, a calculated reset of humanity by powerful beings known as the Anunnaki? If you want to uncover the hidden truths of our past, make sure to subscribe to the channel now. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this mystery, drop a 7 in the comments below to let me know you're watching. Now, let's explore the chilling truth behind why the Anunnaki may have decided to wipe the slate clean. But what if this catastrophic flood was not merely a random act of nature, but something far more calculated and deliberate? What if the fate of humanity was once decided by powerful beings who descended from the heavens, known to ancient civilizations as the Anunnaki? Depicted clearly on thousands of ancient Sumerian tablets, these enigmatic entities reportedly held immense power, advanced technology, and an almost godlike control over the fate of mankind. Today, countless scholars and researchers remain perplexed. Who were the Anunnaki really, and why did they choose to unleash such destruction upon humanity? Could they have been displeased with their creations, or was this catastrophe part of a deeper, more intricate plan? As we journey together into ancient history, we will unravel clues hidden within ancient artifacts, mysterious texts, and forgotten legends, searching for answers to questions that continue to echo through millennia. Join me as we dive deep into the shadows of history, piecing together a dramatic story, one of cosmic power, devastating consequences, and profound mystery. Are we ready to confront the shocking truth behind why the Anunnaki decided to reset humanity? The discontent of the gods. Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations recorded the chilling moments that preceded the Great Flood, an event etched into human memory across countless cultures. Among these ancient narratives, the Atra-Hasis Epic and the famed Epic of Gilgamesh offer extraordinary glimpses into the turbulent relationship between humanity and the powerful beings known as the Anunnaki. According to these remarkable texts, humanity had grown exponentially, filling every corner of the earth, their sheer number creating a cacophony that disturbed the gods themselves. In the Atra-Hasis Epic, it's vividly described how the gods, especially Enlil, one of the most influential among the Anunnaki, became restless and agitated by humanity's uncontrollable expansion. The ancient texts chillingly reveal the country was as noisy as a bellowing bull, illustrating vividly the tension between divine authority and human growth. Enlil, depicted as stern, authoritative, and deeply troubled by chaos, saw humanity's incessant noise and disruption as intolerable, an affront to his sense of order. But what exactly was this noise the gods found so unbearable? Could ancient scribes merely have referred to literal noise, the clamor of daily life, bustling cities, or perhaps something more profound and troubling to beings accustomed to absolute obedience and control? Many scholars suggest the term noise was symbolic, representing humanity's rebellion against divine authority and their drift towards self-determination. Perhaps humanity had begun to defy the boundaries initially set by the Anunnaki, stepping dangerously beyond what was permitted. Consider the intriguing possibility that the noise may represent human advancement itself, the rapid spread of knowledge, civilization, and technological innovation occurring independently of Anunnaki control. After all, ancient Sumerian texts frequently imply that humanity was initially created by these beings to serve their interests, laboring under careful oversight, bound by strict laws and limitations imposed upon them. Over time, perhaps human beings began to evolve, advancing culturally and intellectually beyond what was deemed acceptable. Was the true noise, therefore, humanity's awakening, their growing self-awareness and capacity to question the commands of their creators? The reaction of Enlil and his divine peers may not have been mere irritation, but deep-rooted fear. For beings accustomed to absolute dominion over Earth, humanity's growing independence would undoubtedly represent an existential threat. The very beings they had engineered and guided to serve their interests had become increasingly uncontrollable, threatening the established cosmic order. Human rebellion, intentional or otherwise, symbolized a significant challenge to the authority of the Anunnaki. This perspective adds a deeper layer of intrigue to the Anunnaki's drastic decision to reset humanity through the catastrophic flood. Was their goal truly destruction, or was it instead a severe corrective action, an attempt to reassert dominance, reinstate order, and reclaim authority? Were humans being punished not for their numbers or literal noise, but for their audacity to challenge the hierarchy set by their creators? Furthermore, the contrast between Enlil's harsh stance and the more sympathetic position of Enki, another influential Anunnaki deity who is portrayed as humanity's defender, suggests a dramatic internal struggle. The existence of such conflict implies that the decision to flood humanity was not unanimous or straightforward. Instead, it was born out of intense deliberation, debate, and disagreement among the gods themselves. This internal conflict adds another fascinating dimension to the story, an indication that humanity's fate was precariously balanced upon divine disagreements and celestial politics. Considering these layers of symbolism, humanity's so-called noise becomes a powerful metaphor for human ambition, curiosity, and defiance. It embodies humanity's enduring desire to evolve, to know more, to break free from constraints, qualities that define our very nature. Perhaps the Anunnaki's severe response wasn't simply punishment. Perhaps it was fear, a fear that humanity, their creation, could one day become equal or even superior to them. As we ponder these ancient mysteries, profound questions arise. Are the stories recorded on tablets merely mythological allegories? Or do they hold hidden truths about humanity's real history? Was the decision to unleash the Great Flood a desperate measure to prevent humanity from reaching its full potential? Could it have been an act designed not just to silence humanity, but to remind us of our prescribed place within a cosmic hierarchy? This disturbing possibility urges us to look deeper, not only into ancient texts and artifacts, but also within ourselves. It challenges us to reconsider the delicate balance between creation and creator, order and chaos, control and freedom. As we explore further into the mysterious decisions of the Anunnaki, perhaps we'll uncover a universal truth that transcends myth and legend, one that continues to echo through our very own civilization today. Among the Anunnaki, none was more feared or respected than Enlil, a deity whose authority stretched across the heavens and whose judgment could alter humanity's destiny in an instant. Depicted vividly in ancient Sumerian and Babylonian texts, Enlil emerges not merely as a stern ruler, but as a decisive, unyielding force determined to uphold cosmic order at any cost. His voice, described as thunderous and commanding, reflected an unwavering commitment to maintaining structure, discipline, and absolute obedience among both gods and humans alike. Ancient accounts portray Enlil as the divine architect of order, the ultimate guardian of law and discipline. To him, the growing chaos and uncontrolled independence of humankind was more than mere inconvenience. It represented an existential threat to the carefully designed balance of power between the Anunnaki and their creation. Enlil's perspective was clear and resolute. Humanity had crossed a line, and order had to be restored swiftly and decisively. To him, mercy was secondary to control, compassion subordinate to stability. Thus, the chilling decision to unleash the catastrophic Great Flood was not taken lightly. It was instead a meticulously calculated act of cosmic governance, an extreme yet necessary measure to reset civilization entirely. Enlil believed that humanity, left unchecked, would spiral further into rebellion, threatening not only Earth but possibly even the balance of power among the gods themselves. The flood represented the ultimate act of divine correction, a forced return to compliance and obedience, a cleansing to prepare humanity for renewed submission to Anunnaki rule. Yet this act of divine intervention raises haunting questions that linger in our minds today. Was Enlil's decision purely an act of cruelty, an arrogant demonstration of power? Or could it possibly hold deeper, more nuanced meaning? Perhaps the flood was not merely punitive but strategic, a harsh yet calculated approach to reset humanity onto a trajectory more favorable to the Anunnaki's vision of order. Could Enlil, aware of humanity's potential for greatness but equally fearful of its destructive tendencies, have considered this radical solution as a necessary sacrifice for the greater good. Ancient texts reveal a profound clash between Enki, the compassionate protector of humanity, and Enlil, the rigid enforcer of order. Enki's secret intervention to save humankind suggests the gods themselves were divided. Could this divine disagreement reflect a larger cosmic strategy, perhaps balancing power within the Anunnaki ranks, or was it simply a genuine moral conflict? Furthermore, Enlil's ruthless approach invites us to reflect profoundly upon the very nature of authority and power. What moral lines can or should be crossed to preserve stability? Does the end always justify the means, even at the cost of countless innocent lives? Enlil's story forces us to confront uncomfortable realities. When does a guardian of order become a tyrant, and when does justice transform into cruelty? Perhaps most fascinating of all is the underlying suggestion that humanity's survival of this catastrophic event was, ironically, intended from the beginning. Could Enlil have recognized humanity's inherent resilience and counted upon it, anticipating that a fresh start would yield a civilization more aligned with Anunnaki interests? Did he foresee humanity's rebirth after the flood, reshaped into a society tempered by suffering and humbled by tragedy, thereby ensuring their enduring obedience and respect? These unsettling questions remind us that the story of Enlil and the Great Flood is not merely ancient mythology, but a timeless meditation on power, ethics, and the complexities of leadership. It is a chilling portrayal of divine authority at its most uncompromising, yet it also forces us to grapple with nuanced moral dilemmas that continue to resonate within modern society. In Enlil's decisive act, we glimpse our own struggles with authority, control, and the often tragic necessity of making difficult choices for perceived greater outcomes. As we continue to unravel the mysteries surrounding Enlil's intentions, we're left with perhaps the most provocative question of all. Was humanity's near destruction simply a cautionary tale meant to instill humility, obedience, and respect? Or was it the harsh but ultimately necessary first step in guiding mankind toward a destiny carefully crafted by beings whose wisdom and intentions we have yet to fully understand? Only by confronting these ancient truths can we hope to illuminate the shadowy boundaries between justice and tyranny, order and chaos, and ultimately creation and destruction itself. As Enlil prepared to unleash his catastrophic judgment upon humanity, turmoil erupted among the ranks of the Anunnaki. Not all gods agreed with his uncompromising decision. Chief among the dissenters was Enki, whose affinity for humanity set him starkly apart from Enlil's stern authority. Where Enlil saw chaos, Enki saw potential. Where Enlil desired control through punishment, Enki believed guidance and nurturing were the true pathways to order. Ancient texts depict a power struggle between two Anunnaki leaders, Enlil, the enforcer of order, and Enki, the protector of humanity. While Enlil demanded total obedience, Enki saw potential in humankind and secretly defied the divine council, warning Ziusudra, later known as the Sumerian Noah, about the impending flood. This conflict wasn't just about ideology, it was a battle over humanity's fate. Did Enlil see humans as a threat to cosmic order, while Enki believed in their right to evolve? Or was this a deeper strategy, a divine chess game played at a level beyond human understanding? Perhaps the clash between Enki and Enlil was not merely about humanity's fate, but part of a deeper strategic move to maintain equilibrium among the Anunnaki themselves. Was Enki's defiance intentionally permitted, an orchestrated move within a broader plan to create stability through tension, a balance of opposing forces essential to long-term governance? Or was this genuine rebellion, a courageous act born of moral outrage and true compassion, risking everything to save a civilization deemed disposable by his counterparts? Furthermore, could this conflict among the gods mirror our own struggles with leadership, morality, and the ethical limits of power? The Anunnaki's internal discord compels us to reflect deeply on human history, reminding us that such divine disputes are strikingly similar to those occurring in our own realms of leadership and governance today. Ultimately, Enki's resistance and covert intervention raise another compelling question. Did the gods anticipate and even welcome this division as a necessary element in their cosmic design? Was humanity's survival not merely accidental mercy, but instead part of an elaborate divine strategy designed to refine, reshape, and strengthen civilization through adversity. As we ponder these mysteries, the enduring legacy of Enki's defiance continues to intrigue us, challenging our understanding of divine purpose, power struggles, and the intricate, often hidden forces shaping humanity's destiny. In the aftermath of the devastating Great Flood, humanity emerged wounded and fragile, a mere shadow of its former glory. Yet ancient texts reveal that the Anunnaki's intervention didn't end with mere survival. Instead, the gods imposed stringent measures upon humanity, carefully reshaping human society by dramatically limiting their lifespan, fertility, and access to knowledge. These changes weren't arbitrary, they were meticulously designed, intended to transform humankind into a civilization far easier to manage and far less likely to rebel. The ancient Sumerian tablets describe how, after the waters receded, the Anunnaki purposefully reduced human longevity, shortening lifespans from centuries to mere decades. This drastic reduction ensured that humans no longer possessed the extended wisdom gained from long lives, limiting their potential for intellectual growth and resistance. Fertility, once abundant, was carefully restricted, slowing population growth and preventing the chaotic overpopulation that had initially angered the gods. Knowledge itself was regulated, with humanity's access to advanced technologies and the deeper secrets of the universe carefully controlled and hidden. But why would the Anunnaki, beings of immense power and wisdom, choose not to eradicate humanity entirely if their goal was truly punitive? Could it be that complete annihilation was never their true intention? Perhaps their objective was not destruction, but recalibration, a carefully orchestrated reset aimed at molding humans into a more compliant, manageable civilization, forever subordinate and obedient to their celestial creators. This unsettling possibility raises profound and provocative questions. Was the Great Flood truly a catastrophic punishment, or was it instead a radical act of social engineering, a way to reset and refine humanity into a model more aligned with Anunnaki interests? Perhaps Enlil's wrathful decision masked a more strategic intent, to establish a permanent hierarchy that minimized human defiance while maximizing divine authority. The deliberate measures taken by the Anunnaki to restrict human potential suggest an intricate awareness of humanity's strengths and vulnerabilities. By limiting lifespan and reproduction and tightly guarding knowledge, the gods assured that humans remained dependent, always looking upwards toward their divine masters for guidance and protection. Yet, this imposed ignorance also meant humanity lost critical aspects of their heritage: advanced wisdom, technology, and perhaps even their original identity. As we reflect deeply on these ancient decisions, we must ask ourselves whether humanity's history of submission to higher powers, both divine and earthly, originated in these calculated actions. Could it be that these very limitations still shape our societies today, subconsciously reinforcing obedience, discouraging rebellion, and promoting conformity? Ultimately, the actions of the Anunnaki compel us to confront an unsettling truth. Maybe humanity's greatest challenge is not merely surviving external threats, but recognizing and breaking free from limitations imposed by forces we cannot fully comprehend. Was humanity reshaped after the flood to ensure perpetual subordination? Or is there still hope that humanity can reclaim its lost potential, rediscover forgotten truths, and finally achieve the autonomy the Anunnaki once sought so desperately to prevent? Hidden deep within ancient Sumerian texts lies the mysterious mention of a celestial body known as Nibiru, a planet whose elongated orbit periodically brings chaos and devastation to Earth. According to scholars and researchers, this enigmatic planet, homeworld of the Anunnaki, passes through our solar system every 3,600 years, triggering catastrophic geological events such as massive earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and global floods. Could it be that the Anunnaki's drastic decision to reset humanity through the Great Flood was, in fact, a calculated measure to protect humankind from a far greater, inevitable disaster caused by Nibiru's return? Perhaps the gods, possessing advanced astronomical knowledge, foresaw the impending devastation and chose to intervene decisively, reducing human civilization to a manageable size, one that could survive and rebuild after the cosmic calamity passed. This chilling possibility forces us to reconsider the intentions behind the flood. Was humanity's near destruction an act of cruelty, or rather a hidden act of mercy? A desperate, final attempt by the Anunnaki to safeguard their creation from an even greater threat, one written in the stars and destined to repeat itself endlessly through cosmic cycles. Throughout history, powerful clues emerge from ancient texts about the true motivations behind the Anunnaki's drastic choice to reset humanity: controlling overpopulation, restoring order to an increasingly chaotic civilization, and perhaps most hauntingly, protecting mankind from cosmic cycles of destruction driven by the mysterious planet Nibiru. Each explanation is intertwined, forming a tapestry of divine intention that challenges our understanding of power, survival, and the delicate balance between creation and destruction. But as we reflect on these profound possibilities, one chilling question remains: could history be repeating itself? Today, we face overpopulation, climate disasters, and technological advancements that blur the line between human and machine. Are we, like our ancient ancestors, approaching a threshold where higher forces, natural or otherwise, may intervene once again? If so, will humanity have the wisdom to navigate its fate this time? Could history, driven by forces we still barely comprehend, repeat itself? As we unravel these ancient mysteries, one question remains: are we standing on the brink of another reset? Comment below. Do you see signs today that mirror ancient warnings? Could humanity's trajectory be shifting toward another great reckoning? Let's discuss. Your insights might unlock the truth hidden in plain sight. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest enigmas.